John Barnett here, and welcome to the prophetic update, our first one for 2025. And I'm looking at all the things I want to share with you, so let me just focus on this, how it started. This morning I was going through all the prophetic headlines, and I started reading. And let me show you what I was reading. It's right here in Hebrews 10, and it explains why, the basic reason why I do these updates for you. What does watching prophecy do for me? As a born-again Christian since I was 6 years old, so for over 6 decades, I've known and loved and followed Christ. What does prophecy do for me? Well, let me just read what I was reading this morning. This, by the way, if you've heard me teach in any context, I usually refer to Hebrews 10:22. It's one of my favorite verses about what the Lord wants to do in our lives. But this is what it says. I'll read verse 22 of Hebrews 10. Excuse me. Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Verse 23, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised us is faithful. Verse 24, and let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Did you catch all those us's and ours? As I went through this passage, and let me get it back down there for you, I circled them. And all those us's and ours reminds me that we don't live the Christian life in isolation. So that's my first challenge to you. Are you isolated? Are you trying to do this on your own? Are you in this vicious cycle of crying out to the Lord, asking Him to forgive you one more time, and then saying, I'm not going to get back into whatever the sin is that so easily besets us that we all deal with, and then it happens over and over. If you're alone, it will be an unbroken pattern. You will not find any way out. But if you catch what this says, let us draw near. You need someone else asking you if you're drawing near. Now, I have a built-in asker, and that's my wonderful wife. We are on the mission field, and we travel, and right now, she's right here with me. She actually prays me through and also keeps track of what edits need to be made as she notes when I make any kind of mistakes on the reference or, get one of the cameras wrong. But more than technical help is the spiritual help of a godly partner. So one of the greatest things you can do is not be alone. God said it's not good for us to be alone. And so you need to be headed toward, unless God has specifically called you to singleness, which we're single until we're married, and we're single after our partner gets called home. But in between, the majority of us are supposed to be lovingly knit together with a fellow struggler, a fellow believer who is struggling through life just like we are, who encourages us and helps us draw near with a true heart and ask us how we're doing. So I'm going to talk about that all the way through. So let me get to the slide here. As we see that day approaching, did you catch that line in Hebrews 10? And you should underline this as it's all underlined, you saw in mine. Let us consider one another. We're supposed to be as a group looking at each other in the context of the local church and of the small group that's a part of the local church that we're totally connected to, that holds us accountable for where we're reading, what we're studying, how we're growing, what we're memorizing, how we're sharing the gospel. Remember, I'm going to start with that and end with that. But look at that. As we assemble together, verse 24, we exhort one another, and so much the more as you individually see the day approaching. What day? That day. The day of Jesus Christ.